My name is Bronwyn and I am on the BFI Film Academy, and I am doing my film review about Whiplash. Last Sunday I went to Bath Odeon to see Whiplash, and I didn't know anything about the movie, but when I finished watching it, the film actually really surprised me as it was so good, and also I couldn't stop thinking about it after I watched it because it was just on my mind all the time. The film stars Miles Teller, who plays Andrew Neiman, and J.K. Simmons, who plays Terence Fletcher, who's the conductor. And it's also directed by Damien Chazelle. It's about a jazz student who plays drums and wants to become a great drummer. He gets accepted into Terence Fletcher's class, who is the conductor, but he's really abusive and insulting to his students. And the band are rehearsing the piece, and it's actually called Whiplash. But through the movie, you find out Andrew starts to figure out what he's really like, and that's where the battle kind of begins between them. And it's very emotional in some parts, and it builds up a lot of tension in some of the scenes, and that's what makes it great to watch. My favourite line from the movie is something that I can't really pick because there are too many, but most of them were probably all of J.K. Simmons' character's insults, because I know they were just so snappy and quick that you didn't know if they were improvised or not, and they were just really some of them are quite funny, so it adds a bit of humour into the film. My favourite shot of the movie is in the final act, and they're on the stage, and there's this full shot of the stage, and you can just see Andrew's character just on the side, humiliated by what's just happened, and I thought it was really good because it's really wide, and you can see everything that's going on, and it just creates a feeling of you feeling just as nervous and humiliated as Andrew does on stage. So my favourite part of the movie or scene is when Miles Teller, his character, is on screen. He is trying to get to his performance on time, but he forgets his drumsticks. So he has to quickly go back into his car and drive, but something happens which involves a crash, and he forces himself to get out and run to where he's meant to perform, with blood running down his head and his drumsticks in the other hand. This was actually quite emotional, and it made me cry a little because I cry at everything anyway, but it was actually a really emotional scene, and you could just see how much he's pushing himself to impress his conductor, and to try, he will do whatever to show that he's good enough to be a drummer. Also, J.K. Simmons, who plays Terence, he gives them a really brilliant performance in the movie, and he's great at his character. When he's on screen, you never know what he's going to do because his character is so unpredictable. And this what makes a lot of the scenes very tense, and at any moment you feel that something's going to happen and he's going to lose his temper and just go crazy in the room. The film is a drama, but he brings a lot, just a few bits of humour here and there to lighten up the mood a bit, because you can't have it sad all the way through. And also Miles Teller also gives a great performance in the film as his character Andrew, and he shows us that he has great talent and he can act in many different films, because in the past he's done comedies or teen movies, and you can just show that he can be serious in these types of movies. His character pushes himself to the edge, and there's actually one bit where he's playing the drums so much that his hands actually start to bleed, but he still carries on because he has to try and prove himself. For the movie, there's hardly any criticisms I have on it. I think there was not many flaws or none worth mentioning because the film was really good and it's also one of the best I've seen all year, which says something about it. What I enjoyed most about going to cinema was like the whole experience, just being in there, because it had quite a big screen and there was like people around you and you can just like, you're experiencing the movie with other people and everyone else, you can kind of sense that they're having the same reaction as you are when you're watching the movie. If I was going to go to the cinema again, the film I would see would be The Kingsman Secret Service, because that's something I've been wanting to watch for a long time, and that would be it. Thank you.